Now, as we mentioned, we're focusing on the water crisis while we're battling with rolling blackouts, electricity being prioritized over water in terms of political significance. Experts warn that water is a constitutional human right that requires proper planning and financing. The government has been neglecting water infrastructure, leading to a breakdown of institutional memory and the ability of institutions to function. And my co-anchor, Gareth Edwards, is in Hammanskraal, north of Pretoria, and to talk about the devastation of the outbreak of cholera, the lack of safe and drinkable water, and also touching base with residents to hear from them on their fears and what has been done so far. Good morning again, Gareth. Earlier on with the resident that you were speaking, community leader, very articulate, and you can tell that this is so frustrating that community members do not necessarily have trust in the authorities anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Hammanskraal, some 47 kilometers north of Pretoria. What you're seeing behind us is the Temba wastewater treatment plant. It's one of the issues. The real big issue, though, as we were talking about earlier, Cindy, with the community leader, is the Rooiwal wastewater treatment plant. The two are, of course, connected as well, and this is where the issue seems to be with Rooiwal down the road. It's about 30 minutes south of here, so back towards Pretoria. But you're quite right. What Fortune Matabata, he was the community leader I was speaking to. Essentially what he was alluding to is that Hammanskraal is feeling that they're nothing more than a ping pong between politicians at the moment. Different messages coming from national government to what's been happening in the city of Tshwane. Speaking of the city itself, the recently installed Mayor Cilia Brink has been out in the area, wasn't receiving a very warm welcome. Last time he was here, he was actually chased away by residents, but having spoken to Cilia Brink myself last week on our show, Cindy, he was saying that it's not just an issue that has been a problem right now. This has been an almost decade-long problem. Depending on the residents you speak to, in fact, it's been much longer than that. And this is why Fortune Matabata was saying that it's only until the media starts arriving in the area is their attention once again focused on this, or if there are deaths, even going as far as to say that he doesn't get the sense, neither do community members, that the provincial government, the city government or national government are giving them enough attention or care enough that people are dying. They want action and they want it now. He also touched on the fact that it's all this money being set aside by the city of Tshwane to try and get Rooiwal and Temba up and running properly, to simply have what is a constitutional right of clean drinking water, going as far as to say that here in Hammanskraal, the water coming out of the taps at the moment is not even sufficiently healthy enough. It's not clean enough even for a dog. If a dog were to drink it, then many dogs in the area would be dying as well. So he thinks it's a lot of politicking. So a little bit later we're going to be hearing from numerous water experts. I'm just taking a look at who we have at 7:15 this morning. A water expert from the University of Cape Town on sustainable water usage and recycling of water. And that's exactly what seems to be the issue in Hammanskraal at the moment as well. And this, I'm sure we're going to go into that discussion talking about the ailing infrastructure, because infrastructure like what we have behind me and at Rooiwal doesn't just collapse overnight. This has been an endemic issue, as I was saying, for the best part of a decade. The problem is, if all of this was known all those years ago, why was nothing done? Yes, of course, these things were brought up at a national level within Parliament back in 2021. There were repairs done to Temba water treatment plant in 2016, 2017, 2018. There were upgrades done, but it doesn't seem to be solving the issue, Cindy, and we'll unpack that with our expert, Dr. Winter, coming up at 7:15 this morning, so just a few minutes from now.
Thanks so much, Gareth. We'll be crossing in and out, of course, as we focus on the water crisis in South Africa and the impact primarily in peri-urban or less affluent neighborhoods, as the community leader alluded to, that it seems that the more successful or well-resourced an area is, the less problems they have with regards to water. But we'll come back to you, Gareth. Thank you so much.